I want to talk about the human resources management. and this paper, it my own paper. I published in Journal of Human Resources in Hospitality Tourism in rank B journal. It's good journal. So the very basic study. Okay, I want you to understand about the human resources and what is the role. And the most important thing is I want to I want to find out that what are the factors that motivate staff to work. Okay, so like yesterday I talked with some people. Can we close? No, it closed. They go into between, right? But are you okay?
The glass is broken.
Oh.
Then a lot. But it's something.
Oh, when it does. Yeah, maybe shut. Yeah, between the noise from outside. Better. Okay. Um. Yesterday, I have opportunity to talk with people about the staff in Ladakh, and many people are said that usually when the people are working, they don't stay long. Yeah, they don't stay long. And for example, the hotel that I stay, there are many hotel around different countries. Usually, I will see more female than male, or even you have male, you will have female as well. Okay, but specifically the hotel that I stay, I villa something, I forgot. Good hotel. When I walk in, I see only male. Okay, but nothing wrong with male and female. Okay, nothing wrong with male and female, but just a surprise. Just a surprise. I'm not sure. Maybe you can share that. Do they have usually in Ladakh the male work more than female? Yeah, that's a common, right? You don't have many women work, right? Usually, women will be housewife. Correct. Mostly. Okay, I understand now. Uh, when I walk in, I see only male, but I understand the nature and I know a little bit of your culture. Usually, if you married, usually women will be look after the house, will be look after the kid, will become housewife. Most of the men are working. So, and then another thing I want to share when I traveling around in India, I don't see a lot of solo women. Yeah, or even the women, you will have men accompany. So I have some of my friends in India when they see me traveling around solo. I go everywhere solo, female solo, and I go to trekking. I go to conference. I go to travel either for business or for leisure together. I go alone. Yeah, and even I go trekking. I go alone. I go EBC. I go alone. I go all month. The people wonder that where is your husband? Um, he doesn't want to travel with me around. It will become that when I go everywhere, I will be single woman traveling. Sometimes some places it seems to be like risky, but I get used to it. And I have a very good friends in India, all concerned about my safety. And I said, "Oh, are you sure you travel alone? And how is your family? And are you okay? I worry about when you're traveling and then you make sure they're safe." And I wonder why are you all concerned? And then they told me about in our culture, if a woman traveling alone solo like that, that is not our culture to accept it. And I said, oh, I understand now. So I understand the nature of the people here, that woman, if you go anywhere, you need a company. Maybe one thing for safety, and maybe the second thing is good that if you are female, you have family, you married, you have kid, you will be full time, look after household, which is a lot of hard work. Yeah. If you ask me, I rather go to work. I get my husband to be the house husband, so I'm not very good in housekeeping. I think maybe your preferences, right? So I think yeah, the nature of the people are working, so depend on the culture, right? So when I talk with people, that my hotel have only men, and then when I walk in there, I feel look bit strange, but at least I have, I have our colleague came with me when I arrived first day in Ladakh, and then I see most of the men, it looked like very strong, like I should be doing something physically, but they work in a hotel. But they're nice, very nice. They recognize what I like. I don't have to order anymore. When I go to sit, they bring something that I ask. I always ask the same thing. In the morning, after 8 days, 9 days now, I ask that, can I have three boiled eggs? And now I don't order. They come with the three boiled eggs and then coffee and then hot water. And that's it with my breakfast. I talked with the people. People said that the reason is the person who are mainly work in the hotel or work in Ladakh is come from village, right? Is it true? How many percent? You have staff work for you?
Not like, I don't think it's 100%. Maybe it depends on the individual. Some has like some people they have to work in cities to make money for their livelihood.
Mm.
But mainly, if you see women working in hotels, from my point of view, I think that the reason must be like they're more hospitable
Hospitality.
compared to the men.
Yeah.
So maybe because of that, yeah.
Yeah. That's good point. That one thing I want, I need smiling. When I come in, I said, hi ma'am, how are you? Good morning. I said, hi, good morning. Usually when I come in, hi, how are you doing? My character, yeah. I used to work in a hotel. I used to work guest service agent. I work like a reception. And then when I work in the human resources, I was director HR. If I not smile when the people walk into my office, what do you want? I'll get complaint. And I have to be a nature, understand the staff. If they have problem, I have to listen. I have to be good listener, and that is the role of human resources. So yeah, when I came in and I look at them, I want to smile. They not have eye contact. I think I'm very not scary person. I'm very smart and I try to eye contact. They're like, good morning, ma'am. How are you? But they remember everything. They remember what I eat. They remember what my room number is. I just get used to it now. But I still smile. The people don't have eye contact. They're very good in their service and very polite. One thing that I like, they're very, very polite. They're coming in and then they address very politely, and I think that is the best thing. And yeah, because the people said that most of them are, if the people are in the city, they don't stay long. They work for few months and then they change, and that is its cost the money. One person average from hiring people. Okay, if I will hire someone, one person before you can work is about 3 months. Yeah, you have to train them, you have to get them in environment, you have to do probation, so you have to buy them a uniform if you work in a hotel. I'm not sure here you use uniform, but I don't see much the other hotel. You have to give them food, you have to pay everything. In average, one person you will pay, new staff, hiring new staff is about $1,500. Okay, you can convert into rupee. And then if you hire them for 3 months, you spend the process of interview, the process of training, buy them a new clothes. Yeah, sometimes if you work in the kitchen, they have buy you the shoe for the safety in the good company. So the investment that you pay 1,500 US dollar to hire one person, and you work 3 months and you gone, what happened? The cost to the industry. Yeah. So how can we keep them? The most important thing is if they come for the temporary and then they resign, the heavy work is go to the HR. And yeah, I have to find a new person, and then I have to sit there and interview them. I have to send them to the department, and department hire them. We have to process the document. We have to process all the banks, sign the contract, and everything. Yeah. So the process of HR is when when I was working at the house at the human resources, when the staff walk into my room, um, good morning, I want to resign. And you know what I always said? Oh, you resign? Oh no, sorry, I don't have the resignation form anymore. We don't print anymore. You cannot resign unless you sign. And it's, oh no, no, go back. We don't have the resignation form. I don't print anymore. Yeah. So working in the HR, it's quite good fun, and you have opportunity to help a lot of people. I used to help the people from could not speak English. They have problem at home, very poor, but she very have good attitude. She hard working person. I help her to get a job in the food and beverage attendance. And after that, she worked her way up until become a guest relationship manager. She worked until support her brother sister to graduate it, and then eventually she worked in a hotel. She got into a wealthy husband from America. She become very rich, rich more than me. She have many houses. She have 3 kids, and after that she went to do her master degree. She further her degree. Being HR sometimes it's quite a good job, but it's very hard when you have to deal with the staff. Okay. I used to work from secretary until become the director HR. I interview many thousand people. I work in the HR over 8 years, and then I see so many people. I help many people, and I fire many people as well. And that's what I don't like. And now that this paper, I want to find that how can we keep the staff in the hotel or in the workplace? What is the factor we create and make them want to stay at least maybe 1 year or 2 years? And then you don't have to cost 30,000 baht or $1,500 to hire new person all the time. And one thing is it identify as well. If we have a lot of the staff resign very often, what tell you think that person go to the, oh, I'm happy to work here, but after 3 months everyone walk out. What is identify you think? Bad management.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No one want to work with the bad management.
One
As
to one.
yeah, as a environment from a study, they said that the money is not most main important, but important. Money, everyone want money. But if you have high money, but you are under stress, environment not good, you have bad boss, you have bad leader, I won't stay either. So that this study, I want to find out that at least the staff should work a minimum more than 1 year or maybe 3 years would be good. Of course, the people want to leave for their future, right? You don't want to work there for 20 years and you work the same position, but at least you move up, you promote. So this is in my concern of this study. I was doing this study for maybe in 2018, 19, I can't remember. But this paper, it was most cited in my paper, the most cited and very quick too, because the people are generally looking for something very easy, simple. The most important thing is how can we keep the staff to work with you? And what are the costs that make them leave? One thing is identify as if you have the staff leaving, the first thing you have to consider yourself first. Many managers said, oh, they are bad one. Every month you have a lot of people decide you think that they're bad. I don't think so. But some people they're not accepted. They don't care. If you leave, you get a new one. And there are some managers like that. They not consider about moral thing. They don't consider about family matters. They don't consider about the good living of the staff. You know what? If I used to observe, if I walk to the place, if the staff friendly, willing to help, they are very helpful, they are very oriented, and I know that boss good. And if you walk to the place, the staff doesn't really want to welcome you. They don't care what you ask. They just help in their job. They don't do any extra. I know that the management is not good from my experience. Yeah. So this study is happened from the issue of this study is about when the people are looking for the staff, um, were statistic lacking shortage staff in the world of hospitality is problem number 5 in the world. A lacking of the staff and skill. Industry, service industry, could not find the staff to fulfill the position because lacking skill, lacking knowledge. We have many people, but could not hire them. I want to work, but you don't know how what to work. I want to work, you can train me, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. There are many people are lack of job over there, but again, in the industry, we are lack of the staff. So these two things are not matching. Why? Because we could not get a qualification. For example, people said, I have my heart and soul, but when you take them there, no matter how much you train them, they still don't get it. And that is the problem. So why this paper address that? Because we are lack of the skilled staff, because lack of knowledge, and lack of the people who are working longer time in that one industry. So why I decide I want to do a research on this one. The first thing is I want to find out that what are the motivation for the staff to work and they satisfy, and then intention to work in the hotel. So in this study, from the background and the issue was the hotel have come across with no staff that met the qualification, that met the skill we want. For example, we want the front desk can speak English. We have many people out there but cannot speak English in Thailand. We want the housekeeping. And you know what happened now? Many Thai people don't work at the physical work. Everyone said, oh, I have bachelor degree. Some of them master degree. I have higher degree. I should not work as a cleaner. In Thailand, yeah, in Thailand, most of the physical work now is come from Burma, come from Laos, come from Cambodia, come from neighbor, where the underdeveloped country. If these people, if Thailand not allow them to come, I think Thailand will be collapsed in terms of physical work. Also, these people are working in the industry. If you go to the industry, the factory, you go to the factory like sardine, any other factory that we import, export about fruit, tin fruit or something like that. Most of the staff, over 1,000, 80%, 90% is Burmese, Laos, Cambodia. And that because Thai people, well, I don't want to say lazy. Thai people say that we develop, we think that low job. It different. It's the same thing like in Australia. Australia developed country. When I was migrant there 26 years ago, when I first arrived in Australia, none of the physical work is Australian. Most of the physical work, housekeeping, cleaning, waitress, physical work is Asian. Philippines, Thai, including me. But most of us, you know what, in Australia, we're very smart, including me. Just kidding. Most of them, for example, one of Filipino, she was working in a hospital. She's a nurse. Some of them very well educated, but we just could not get a good job in the office that time. But now it's changing. So it turned back to like a Thailand now. We own the country. We think that we can find a job. We are citizen, so they think that they can find a job anywhere. And now are they young people? They don't want to work under anyone. They go to do online. So the physical work in Thailand now, most of the housekeeping work come from our neighbor. And sometimes, when you go to the hotel, you say hi to them, they say hi, and then they turn to talk together in their own language. We don't know what they talk about us, Burmese sometimes. But they can understand Thai. Yeah, understand English, understand Thai, but we have no idea what they talk about in Burmese. Yeah. Like when I was in Australia, I can speak English, I can speak Thai. When we don't like someone, we talk together in our own language. They don't know. I think karma. I got punishment. Yeah, and then the physical work don't work. And then how can we get the real authentic Thai staff? Yeah, because when you go to Thai hotel, we have a influence of different culture. We have Philippine, we have Burmese, we have other people. So some people go to Thailand. We want to interact with local Thainess. Yeah, so there are some Thai hotel. They have we don't hire international, but very rare. But that hotel have to give you a very good benefit. They still exist. Okay, they still exist. That this hotel we don't have front office as a foreigner, but only Thai, right? So from this paper, I wonder that if we can improve the hotel in management, and if we understand the staff, what they want, what they need, and then we can provide and make them stay longer. And this is my purpose of my study. Okay, and then so this is one what the issue of this paper. I said that there is worldwide crisis in hotel sector, labor and skill shortage in 2015, and are some of the references. A crisis is defined as the episode beginning with a known precipitation, followed by either no discernible reaction or by some reaction which require month or somewhat longer to resolve. It means that the crisis means that it's something that happened. Maybe we know before, or sometimes we don't know. Maybe it just happened. So in this matter, is a crisis of no shortage staff and labor. It's become problem for the manager who are working in the industry, especially if you have the big number of the hotel. Some hotel have 300 room, 400 room, and that require a lot of the staff. And then you have to do take turn, return over all the time. So here I'm talking about that. What is the academic gap? A number of the scholars have recommended increasing resources for hotel and tourism education when dealing with labor and skill shortage. And there are some study, okay, that what I found. Remember I showed you academic gap, what are available, what are not available. So I do the same. I go to read about the article and research that are there any people doing that, especially in Thai context. So I found that there are many people that study, but in different area. They talk about increasing number skill. They're talking about practice. Davidson said that the shortage can be caused by low wages as well, and that is another reason. The people say that if I work here, you give me low job, low wage. They take that better have nothing. And then the other side said, oh, if you work for me the same position, you get double. Will you go? Yeah, I will leave. Okay. If I get 1,000, next place give me 2,000, I go. And that is come to the term that the manager need to consider the wages that start. And I know that maybe here or even in Nepal, I found that very difficult. Most of people graduated bachelor degree and master degree. Sometimes you don't have a certain level of study. Do you have here? Do you have the scale that if you graduate bachelor degree, how much you start? But master degree, you don't have. Depend on the boss. Depend on the skill, right?
Skills, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Skills.
That is difficult. That is why the people said, whatever you graduated, you should have the level to start. In Thailand, we have that skill. If you graduated master, if we pay you lower, you can take to the labor law. You can go to the labor department. Just say that, okay, Miss Anne hire me, and I have the master degree, and she pay me lower. I can go to jail. Yeah, it's a must in Thailand. That is quite good, but they're low. Okay, they didn't start high, but at least in Thailand we have the scale. If make sure that if you graduated and in what level, we will use basic skill for the degree. And the second thing is we are hiring international. We will use labor skill in your country. Okay, this is dangerous. If you if you Indian, you go to Thailand, and I would say, okay, this position front office. What is the basic salary in your country? So let's say your minimum salary it did much x rupee, and when I calculate half in Thailand by law immigration, if you will hire international, you will give them start from basic salary in your country. Okay, and this is a law. Opposite, if I will hire America, Australia, or Western country, the same position. I hire you as a front office, and I hire the Western country as a front office. The basic salary skill, the basic salary minimum wage, how much in their country? If they are front office, I still have to pay the minimum wages of that country.
Even if their country is developed one.
Yeah.
Like for the American,
they develop one. Yeah. You start. Let's say you start from 40,000 per annum. Okay. Basic level. Cleaner, front office, or any rank and file wages. They start from 40,000 per annum, right? You work front office. If I will hire the developed country, Western, I have to pay that much. When I go to pay you, a lot less. So why in Thailand, when I was working as a HR, if I will hire the Western, I don't go for the foreigner where come from developed country, because as agreement, I have to hire them start from their own wages in their country, and then they're very high. So if I will hire a foreigner to start with their wages in their country, and I give them a higher position, manager. So the front office that level, supervisor another level. In the hotel we will have scale. Okay, we will have salary scale. So then when I hire normal rank and file, supervisor, mid management, executive, the salary will be according to the scale and high. So if I want to hire Western, I have to get a good one. They have to be able to speak English, their profile. So usually I will hire the Western as a high rank. And the high rank, they don't care the position, right? I have to consider how much you get in your country when the first wages. And then when they give that salary, in Thailand it's very high. So why in the old day, when I am working on the HR, I never have Western staff in the lower level because the agreement about salary. But we will have people from the neighbor, Philippines, like India. We have many in Thailand now. I found one Indian work in five-star hotel. So this is about scale, salary scale. So I think in many countries, like I discover with some of the colleagues, in Nepal and in here, the government doesn't set the scale salary yet. If you have bachelor degree, how much you should get, no matter what job, master degree and PhD. But in Thailand, the lower level, but at least we have the scale. Okay, so all like a daily, what you call, they pay daily per day. Now in Thailand, we increase from 350 baht per day to 400 baht a day. And you know that how much they pay in Cambodia? If Thailand pay per day, you go to work, okay, like normal work, like housekeeping, or you work not the full time work. Thailand will pay if you go to work, you are Thai. We paid you 350 or now 400. And you know how much daily rate in Cambodia? That the government said, okay? The government said if you go to work, the government per day employer have to pay a minimum of start from certain level. In Cambodia, compared to Thai. Thai pay 350, Cambodia pay 80 baht a day. And this is in the information few days back. Maybe they change, but they still not high. So at that time, we have the border between Thai and Cambodia. Thailand cannot open casino.
Oh.
Not illegal, but we open the casino in our neighbor, but Thai owned. Okay, we open the casino in Cambodia, and Thai owned. And then we hire the staff. We need to have staff from Cambodia and Thai. So I went there one day and I interviewed them. I across the border, um, and then I went into casino and I just go to see what it's like, and then I talk to the staff. One Thai staff, they get a minimum wages for a bachelor degree. And then I talked to another lady, she was the same level. She told me the salary she got. So yeah, Thai people, oh, you are Cambodian. We need to pay you according to your wages. You get 80 baht per day. And then Thai people, you get bachelor degree. So the gap, yeah. So why in Thailand we have a problem with the labor like that? We have a lot of illegal. Okay, they said even though you not pay me 300, I will get more than 180 baht a day. Usually we will give them illegal labor come to Thai border. We have a lot Burma. Sometimes what they do, they have a big use. They cover. And then if the police know that they are illegal escape to Thailand, they're squad sitting there. You can't even move. The whole truck, imagine the normal youth, 30 people in there. In some state, they have on the TV that illegal labor escape to Thailand, and these people they are just like an agent. Okay, we need labor, come, and then they don't want to go to pay visa. They across the border easy, and sometimes they escape by the police. So in sometimes the people are suspicious. So if you have the big use and then you cover everything, the police want to see, and sometimes they open up. The Burm is sitting there. They squash like a sardine. And then when they pull them out, 1, 2, 3, 30 of them. Sometimes it was so, I feel desperate for the people who want to survive. Yeah, they want to survive. So they come illegal. And the employer, if they said, I have to pay less than 400 per person, I don't hire Thai people, I hire labor. In your country, you get less than 100 baht, $3 a day. But for Thai people, you get, maybe more than double. You get 15 when the neighbor get less than 15. If I the employer, I would save money, right? They work the same, it's just factory. And that is a create a problem. But in some hotel, we don't do illegal thing. Most of the hotel I work, we not go into something illegal. We always to do the right thing. Even one of my boss, in a hotel, I used to do license. I used to renew hotel license every year, and to go to the office, government. You know that. How long does it take?
It will
Painful. Imagine that I have to go and sit half day to go into the staff. You get the queue, and then if something not quite right, or the people try to trick, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that, you cannot complete that. Okay, I won't renew your license. If the hotel license it did not have the checklist completely, they won't renew. And what happened? Hotel closed, and you lost the income. The booking in advance, you have to cancel that. So we cannot have that. We cannot let that happen. So I work in a hotel where my MD, he won't allow us to under table. Very good boss. It make me work harder. No matter what, and you have to get the license. And I don't pay under table. And I said, oh, that's a hard work. Some of them pay the license, pay under table, and then they get it. And my boss, he came from Switzerland, and he said, no matter what, Anne, you have to get a license on time, and I'm not paying under table. And you know what I have to do? I do detour. I try to make good friends with them. I bring the basket. Oh, you come to my hotel. I entertain. I do everything. That's so hard and exhausted, really exhausted. And then eventually I got it. And my boss said, oh, well done, Anne. Oh, you well done. But you know that behind that, I'm so exhausted. I have to make good relation. I have to use my beauty. No, just kidding. I have to use my skill to make relation. And that's the hard work. But one thing is we are proud, that we don't under table. We get that every year. And then when I work for a few years, they know that. Oh, Anne come. And I told them the truth. And they said, look, My boss, he's a very good person. No matter what, he's not gonna pay. Please look at me because you pity me. I have to work hard. Just please give me, I have a good friend in the government. One of them, he is a secretary of the governor. And then when I go in there, I said, "Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming." So okay, I'm gonna call and talk. And most of the people become my friend now. If I stay in a hotel work, maybe I can become assistant governor. I'm very close to governor. I'm very close to the city mayor. Because you have to make a good relation. And after that, I feel exhausted. I change the hotel. Uh, this hotel, he was the mafia in Phuket. His parents used to own the mine. Southern part of Thailand is, we have a mine, tin mine, very famous in the old day, but now all gone. And those people who own the land, they turn that into the hotel and destination, and they're like a gold. That maybe some of them 1/3 of the land belong to one person, and then very very rich. And this guy was owned the Novotel Hotel, and I was working as a director HR, and I thought that I will be work like a dog to get the license, yeah. And I prepare for that. Okay, I have to do the same thing. And then when I get to the hotel, oh, what is my role? You just hiring and firing? You just do training? You just do this stuff? How about the hotel license? No one do that here. The owner do that. So the owner had the deal with the local. So the hotel license, I never ever have to do that. The owner just rub and buy. I don't know what he do, but you don't have to involve with that. So we get the hotel license every year without my responsibility. Yeah. Okay. That is some experience. So this study, I plan to find out that how can we um, how can we develop our hotel and then make the staff want to stay and satisfied, and then they intention to work longer. Okay. So what I did was, um, there are two types of the human resources study. They are hard HRM and soft HRM. Hard HRM, for example, in the managing of the human resources in a hotel, hard human resources management is about you expand the shareholder, you increase the value of the company, you maybe expand the hotel, something like that. But soft HRM mean that the human asset. To manage soft HRM is about you have to understand your staff, you have to manage the staff. So this paper, I focus on only the soft HRM. It's about the human asset. Okay, and I use the motivation theory. Human resources refer to how people are employed and managed, right, in the organization. And here, HRM involved the staff management, and the best model allow firm to compete with the excellent delivery, quality of service, and product. There is general consensus that the critical management task is to align with formal structure and human resources system. So one of the paper or scholar said that human resources have two characteristics. Okay, first, line manager accept more responsibility for the ensuring ensuring the alignment of competitive strategy. HR policy. The second one is about the mission, setting policy and governed by HR activities, and develop. So this is about the literature review of the HR. And here I'm talking about the soft HRM. In general, that they are separate into two parts. So when I work in the hotel, actually I manage is soft HRM. I manage about the staff. I look after their well-being, and I organize the activities. Each day, sometimes I'm sitting there interview people all day. In especially in a hotel where we don't have the good management. I used to work. First hotel was in a hotel chain, but their system was we don't have service charge. Okay, you know what service charge mean? Service charge mean that each month when we have the guest stay in a hotel, we will charge them 10%. Okay, Whatever you pay, 10% for the service for us. Like I work in service in hotel. So at the end of the month, how much you earn and how much 10% you have from the guest. And that 10% will divide up, give to the staff. Okay? So when I manage about that, one hotel that I used to work, most of the hotel we use service charge to share equally to the staff from management in until rank and file. Okay, so but my hotel with the boss, like I said, very authentic, very conservative. They charge service charge, but their management system they said no, we don't give you according to 10% we get from the guest, but we will give you allowance. Whatever service charge you get, high or low, you will get a certain amount. What is this advantage of that? If you work in the high service charge, they use 10% and give you. If which month you get low, okay? If you get low occupancy, service charge very low, you maybe get this month you maybe get 10,000. If which month low, you maybe get less, maybe 2,000 from 10,000, right? Depend on occupancy, not good. But if you, yes, please.
The internal service.
We have some students are on the exam. Just talking about human resources.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. Talking about okay. What I talk about? Talking about occupancy, right? If you work in a hotel where you have service charge 10%, and then in the hotel they don't give service charge, so the hotel where they give allowance, they will have stable amount. You have low occupancy or you have high occupancy, you will get the same. So if this month you get low, but the allowance is high, the staff happy. Yeah. If the allowance is if the low occupancy low, the staff happy. If they're high, the staff didn't get that high. But for the hotel, they give you as per occupancy. When they're low, they get less. When they're high, they get more. So this is a problem why the staff in the hotel, they resign if they work in a hotel where they give you allowance. And then the hard job come to the HR. Okay? According to HR, I have to hiring and interview them every time. So why the job in the hotel, they have turnover very high due to the management, due to the system that they have in the hotel. So why this paper? I'm talking about HR, and this paper, this I published, we talk about soft HRM. We manage the human assets. We need to consider about the staff. How can we make the stay longer? This paper had been published in the journal in Human Resources Journal. So the soft HRM is about how can you manage them? How can you look after why the people resign? Why the people in the hotel work for 3 months and then they left? And why the other hotel they stay longer? So we need to find out and then we can manage. And can we can go to the area where there is weak area, if something that is or is strength, So this paper I'm doing a research on 5-star hotel in Thailand, in Hua Hin, around the 5-star hotel around Thailand. So I collect data from the front desk, from the people who work normal rank and file, like the people who like receptionist or the housekeeping or the food and beverage or the people who are work as a normal position. So this paper is we talk about the motivation theory. Okay, so the motivation theory is about what is the intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, like what are the staff need for themselves, and what extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is about what are the facility within the hotel that the staff are looking for. Okay, so for example, like the model here, I go into this model. This one is the soft HRM, job satisfaction. So the quality of work life, This is from the literature review. They say the quality of work life is maximized when employees feel the workplace is attractive, important, valuable, interesting, and challenged. Yeah. So, in according to the theory, the intrinsic motivation is about if I have the good quality of workplace, and then I will satisfy, and then I will intention to work here longer. And the next one, employment security. What does it mean? It doesn't mean you go to work, oh, sorry, today we close. So you go to find a new job. Yeah? Many people want to feel that when you go to work, you make sure that the people can stay there. You not just come to give the notice, you or we close the company. They feel that they need to have security employee. Many staff go to work, they look at the organization, right? Between the organization that not secure and the one is secure, which one you want to work? Secure, right? I'll make sure that tomorrow I still have the job because you have family, you have house, you have to pay. So when you go to buy the house, you have kid, you have to support them to the school. The next day that, oh, sorry kid, I lost my job. Yeah? You don't want that company. So when you go to apply for the job, they're looking for the place where you can secure you have sent you signed a contract. And that is the motivation about the staff. Empowerment. What does it mean by empowerment? When you go to work, you have no right to decide anything. Everything micromanagement. Whatever you do, I do. You understand micromanagement? They watch you everything you do. They won't let you decide anything. And you don't feel that you can make decision. Empowerment means, for example, if you work at the front office, when you sell the room, okay? When you walk in, I will say to you, oh, the room is 150. But the boss give you the decision, if tonight your occupancy is only 50%. When the people walk in, tonight we're gonna go now. And you walk in, you have right to make that price, okay? You can lower the price from 150. You have empowerment to discount for them, $100. The room, if have not been sold, they're gone forever. But the boss don't give you the empowerment. You have to stick with the rule. They don't give me permission to lower the price. And what happened? You lost, and that we call empowerment. You have a little empowerment. You have the decision to make. You feel proud, right? I am the whole hotel. I can make decision whether I can reduce the price or I increase. If I know the people walk in, oh, I have full occupancy. I have 99%. I have about 5 rooms left. Now only 8 o'clock. And the people come in, oh, you have the room. How much for the room? I can say, oh, 150. Can you reduce? And I think, oh, I don't have to reduce because I still have a long night to go and I have only 5 rooms to fill. You can make decision. No, I'm not saying that. And that is about empowerment. Some staff, they don't have right to say anything. They say, okay, we don't want to work here. You don't see value on that. And that is one motivation of the staff if they want to work in a hotel. Promotion. Some people work in there. You have no clue that when you're going to get promoted. Some people work 20 years, still work in the same position. Yeah? You want to work there?
No.
You have no chance to promote. Oh, I work here 5 years. My boss doesn't see my ability. Or you don't have the opportunity to train. In the hotel, you need to have someone give you the schedule. Okay, next year I will send you to train about your computer skill. And next year you will go to do the course about management. In the Accor group in the hotel where I work, very good hotel. I am work as assistant. Okay, next 2 year end, you have to go to do a training in the head office. You have to complete one by one module. If you complete 5, you have right to submit to promote into the next position. And this is a good hotel and it's a good Accor group. If you heard about Accor group, they comply with Novotel, Sofitel, yeah, the chain hotel, that big umbrella all over the world. So if you go to work, you have opportunity to promote. Yeah, when I was working, my hotel always give me salary increase every 3 months. Okay, that's why I work, but I didn't get much. Okay. Oh, and you stay. I will increase you 3%. 3% is about $10. Yeah. Oh, because the boss see value in me, increase me every 3 months. But I work in the HR. Okay, it's just some salary increase that we have every 3 months if you're good performance, but they will have every year annual salary. So when I work there, the boss just give me a little bit, and I'm just like a crazy if the people see you value, and that is a trick of the boss. You are seeing value in people. You give the people just a little tiny reward. The people feel appreciate that. Yeah. So after promotion, benefit. I'm talking about benefit, not only about salary. What else benefit you think we get? Sick leave, maternity leave, yeah, holiday. Some people work that I never have holiday. If I work, I have to lose my money. And you work as a casual, and you work as only part time. You don't want that, right? If you work part time, you cannot go to buy the house. You know that, yeah. The bank won't give you a loan. But if you work like full time, you have 6 months salary increase a 6 months salary statement. You go to the bank, you can get the house. So if you go to work somewhere, they have all benefit, not only about salary, but maybe your parents, maybe your kid can get the benefit from that. And this is another thing that motivates staff to work in the industry. Training. Some people, I work here 5 years. Thank you, professor. Some people work there for 5 years. You never ever attend training. You never ever have, do they have training? And said, since I work here 10 years, we never have training program. And when you work there, daily routine, right? As a daily routine, feel better. As a daily routine, you get bored. Yeah, when you work for a long, long time, you feel like, I can close my eye. I can know what I have to do and what is next, and you feel bored, and you never ever send to train anywhere. You never increase skill, and that you don't want to work. The people resign. All right, from training, leadership. What does it mean by leadership?
To lead the team or
Yeah, you need to have a good leader. Can you tell me one each? What kind of the boss you like? What he have to have that you will want to work for him?
Appreciates your work.
who can make decision. Just like you told before, empowerment, I think.
Yeah.
Because I need to engage. They want need to treat as a company, like equally we work together. So
Yeah.
whatever they make decision, I want to get engaged.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to have opportunity to say something and value you. And what is it? Appreciate. Yeah. But whatever you do, some small thing, like I did. But for me, I work very hard. But my boss see that. But increase me every 3 months, $2, $3, $10. I still work for him. Yeah. Because he's a good boss. What else? What else you can say in your language, and then we can translate. What is the kind of boss that you
A leader should be decision maker.
give you make decision, right? Not take everything into the center. Everything you cannot make decision. That empowerment that I just teach. So you want to be make decision in some job, but sometimes if you have to wait for the boss, what happen? It's gone. If you work something, if we make decision now, we will get the contract. For example, they said, can you discount about 10%? And I will bring the allies. I will bring the crews from the ally, stay here and make contract for 1 year. And you know what? The allies, for example, like Japan Airlines, go to Brisbane. They make a contract with the hotel that I used to work. Instead of $150 per room per night, we give them 90, but every day we get the fulfill the hotel by the cruise. And you think about how many flight in airlines, Japan Airlines. There are many each day. So whenever the cruise, maybe 10 people, including the pilot, two pilot, co-pilot, and main one, and we have 10 steward and flight attendants. Every day you will get one flight, 12 people to check in, and then we have not just one flight, right? So if we said, okay, I am the sales manager, if the general manager won't give me the power, they won't let me make decision whether to deal with that. And then, okay, if you not discount, I go to the other hotel. What happened? You lose the whole business. Yeah. The good boss have to Keep the staff to make decision. Who else? Want to help?
In the all employee suggestion,
Active.
how to betterness.
Very active. Sorry. I speak too much. Okay, thank you, thank you. It said here leadership behavior influence organize goal and predict employee. My voice gone. Hotel leader, can you read for me? Hotel leader.
Hotel leader, hotel leader must act as a good role models towards their subordinates as it aids in increasing employee job satisfaction and commitment in delivering excellent services. Um, from should I start from the suggestion? Suggests that an employee's satisfaction depends on leadership behavior, including behaving in such a way that motivates and inspires employees, paying attention to the each and individual needs, providing a good supportive organization climate, and developing a set of moral values.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. What time we finish? What time we finish? Lunch? 1:30? Oh, almost finished. All right, leadership. My voice come back. Come back. Okay, the most important thing is we have good leadership. Okay, so if, like I said, micromanagement, they watch you everything, every step you move. You will feel uncomfortable. You will feel that you're not freedom, and then another boss is take part, impartial. When you are the boss, you have to be impartial. It means that you don't take sides. I take this side, I hate this side. You do a terrible job. I keep increase your money. You do a good job, and I don't see that because I don't like him. And that personal, and that boss, this is not good. Okay, you need a good boss. Also, another thing is individual characteristic. What does it mean? Yeah, it's this one I'm talking about. If no matter how much, if no matter how much you do good management, good leadership, good environment, good money, good benefit, if the person who have bad attitude, no matter what how good they do to them, they're still bad. Yeah. Have you ever seen the people, no matter how much you say it, always negative, always bad attitude, no point. You have to let them go. Okay. So this study said that you will have intrinsic motivation. I will go to the model. Okay. Sorry. I'm excited with the VC here. Oops. A total of 412 questionnaire around Thailand, and then I asked them, and most of them 18 to 55, age between 18 to 24 is 44% majority, and here is a sample that I collect. Okay, female more than male. Is in Thailand. We have women work in the hotel, are more oriented, are more friendly, and then the reason or the result. Okay, I will go to the result. This is the from the quality of work life, employment, security, empowerment, promotion, paving staff, intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So I go to the result. Yeah, I think it's a test. I across the statistic, okay? My study said that in terms of intrinsic motivation, quality of work life is only thing that important that they look at. If I go to work and if that workplace is not good quality, they don't want to go there. If I gonna go somewhere, I will go to have a look first. Are they good environment? Are you sit in the very small narrow room, or you don't have air breathing? You like in the dungeon, or you see the people there not very good, not very good colleague. So that is most important for the staff in a hotel. If I have good quality of work, I will go. For extrinsic motivation, there are many factors, but in this study, they are focused on three things. They said, I want to work and I will satisfy. Okay, here. I will satisfy in the workplace if, firstly, I have a good boss. Secondly, I have opportunity to train. I want to grow in my career. And the last one, I want to have employment security. When I go in the morning, I wake up, I don't get the phone call that you don't have to come to work. Okay? So there are four, right? Four factors. The first one is they need to have a good quality of workplace, but extrinsic motivation, there are seven of them that I showed you before. And you can see here, no money. You see that? External, no money. So obviously, the staff are have enough money. It doesn't mean they're rich. But money, it doesn't come at all in their idea about satisfying. If you have a lot of money, but if you're not happy, they don't want to work. This is about well-being. So if you were the HR manager or if you are the MD, where you gonna focus? You're gonna focus here, right? The first thing, what you gonna do? You're gonna hire a good leader. Yeah? Where can you look at good leader? Sometimes you can observe. The action speak louder than word. I always use this word. Action. When the boss come, you have a very good VC. He's a very good boss. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to that. And I observe he very good boss. And I heard from the people talk about our VC, he very good. Okay, you're lucky. Um, understand, give opportunity. You're very kind. You're very considerate, and that good leadership. You provide them training every 3 months. You should be able to rotate staff. Some hotel that they send them to overseas, like a head office in overseas. So they come to learn about what happened in over there, and then they bring some strategy. And also, you need to make sure your company, your hotel, it will be stay for another at least more than 10 years, 5 years. Not you just see that, oh, maybe the 1 year, I'm not sure, 6 months will be survived. You don't want to work in that. The last one, this is very important. When you hire staff, you look at their character. Some people coming in, they all talk negative. Yeah? Will you hire them? When the people start to talk, I will teach you. If you want to go to interview to get a job, you must talk only positive. If you have negative, don't talk. If you have anything to talk, if you have nothing good to talk, you better shut your mouth. Don't say, don't talk, don't say it. Even though you know that, yeah, I know that, but it's true. Professor, it's a fact. Let me say that, don't say it. It's not necessary. It doesn't take you anywhere. Okay? So individual characteristic mean personal trait. If no matter, it's about 69%. If you see that, okay? 69% almost infant job satisfaction. If you have good personality, you have good attitude, you love what you're doing, you think that the workplace is like your home because it's a place where they give you food and life. You need to enjoy working there and be positive. If you are Every time when people say, oh, I hate this place. Oh, I hate that person. I hate that person. And you know what? I used to talk with people all the time. I never ever see this person appreciate anyone. I never heard even one. What happened? I never heard even one that person talk good about anything. And that person, you should be keep near you, walk away. Okay? Negative person, stay near you, they make you miserable. Yeah? I have that person, I said, what does make you good? Or even something good, they still see bad. So the person in the hotel, my conclusion, okay, my conclusion is from this study, the intrinsic motivation, the staff want to have a good quality of workplace. Extrinsic is about the leadership, training, and employee secure. And then most important thing is you have to get the right man in the right job. Put the right man in the right job. Mean that if that person don't like service, don't like customer service job, don't like to service people, don't hire them. Some people that think that you can do that. Why don't you go by yourself? You know, you don't have the customer service blood in yourself. Okay. All right. We come at the end. I will send this paper to you, and you can go to read more about that. Okay. So actually, these paper are very easy, simple that you can learn about how to manage people. So now you know about human resources and soft human resources, and then you know what motivates them to work, and intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. At the end, the person who work in the industry, you need to get the person who skillful and they are willing to work. Some people they're not willing to work, but they want money, they want to stay long. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for. I think a little bit late. I'll see you. What time? After lunch. 2:30.